So you have the view part, the HTML page, and then you have a CSS file, sorry, a CSS file for the styling, and then you have a specification for it. This is automatically generated for files that I will show you here. This is the case. So here the 4 files is automatically when you run the generate the script, generate the command and the components. So here is our TS files, our TypeScript files, the component class file. You can delete it, this one. So you see how it's done. So we define our necessary these models like empty models, and then there's a list of models. Some reason we needed to show and hide button, because I said this is not a complete development at the moment, but I'm continuing the further development. And this is the show and hide, which part has to be show and hide. The idea was look like here. If you click this button or select one of them, the record, or click this button, and then this form will automatically come. This is a little bit according for as part of the PrimeNG models. So, or you can edit it, select one of them, then a message come to do you like to edit it, and then fill it, and then you can edit this one. And this is the operation that's I mean here. So I define here all the necessary maps, because for this case I need the maps operations, and then I need to define all the necessary implementation, necessary dependency into the respective components. You see this components has more, so it has the maps and source layers and views from all the open layers, and I did the necessary input from the open layers. So then I fix it like the central coordinates points, and then this is the coordinate system. You know, there is a meter based coordinate and degree, minute, second based coordinate system. So EPS has the 4326 and then 3857. So it's a coordinate transformation from the meter scale to the degree, minute, second scale. That's the idea. So here I define one reactive forms. You see the reactive form. This is the form name of the forms, and then this is the constructor. You see the constructor form builders. You define it form builders. Is you can do it before your form builder. That can you do in bar. You can also do the inside the constructor. That is possible. I will show you in the next one how is the constructor is done. So you see the forms here. I started like some sort of the introduction, to introduce this one. You see the address ID and the user reference ID. That's I said into my models, then address models. This is the models. Sorry. Address models, the domain models. You see the domain models, the address information. This is the two attributes. You see the address ID, and then you have the user reference numbers, and then the geometry objects. So how is it? This is one of the complex forms. So we have only two attributes inside your address info objects, and then there's the address info object has a different the child object called like geometry GIS data, then GIS information system data sets. This has more informations like here. This has a reference ID, city ID, road name, road type, and then so on and so forth. And this is the geometry definition. That's as like here. That's I explained here. So that's reference of the, and this is coming from the this part of the information coming from the geometry GIS data object models, the object. So here we define our reactive forms. There's a two input, and initially there is no validations, but I will do in later screencast for the validations. So I put in the form builders groups, and the group has these are child objects. So it has a parent these two attribute, and child object has those attributes into them. And he has the selector. They have and at the moment it's not implemented yet, but it is the selector will be here. Selector means here you can have a tuple level 5 or 10 records with the pagination and sorting concept, and you select one of them and fill automatically. If you new button click and this button key is blank, or even though you can reset it when you do wrong something, or you select wrong values or typing wrong values, you can reset it in this one. So this is the constructor, and then this is init methods, because we need some some static data. Then even though you can make it outside of this init method, you can make an enum set and put it here, but I did it here at the very beginning. So in later case, maybe I remove from here and I will build a specific enums for that one, or specific interface, then call it here and build it in here. But at the moment, just I put it here, then you can see it. So this is the address in the address type infos, road type infos, and geometry type infos. That's why it is located. It is located here. You see the address type. This has a primary, secondary. It's temporary, permanent, summer, winter, and official address. And here's the road types: primary, secondary, and tertiary, and so on and so forth. And the geometry type. This is the 3 drop-down list into here. You can see that 3 drop-down list. And here is the reading for the HTML page. So here is some log information. We call the all addresses because this is the like some dummy example. There is nothing more, because I put it 3 examples, but there is a you see that there is a REST service call. When the REST service is getting ready, I will just call it here and implement and just call this service into the controller level in the components, and that's all. It works automatically. So I just put it like I say this is the multi-screencast project, enterprise project. I need to one step further. But I make a plan like this way. So I have a models, I have all the view components implemented. Then maybe next screencast I will do the validations job, some part of that, and then at the same time I will continue the development, the microservices that I need, different microservices. And then when the microservices get ready, I just need switch on, switch off, call the services, HTTP method calls, and then fill this data and build our complete application. It's not a hard job, but just you need to continue that one. I need to continue that one. And so you see the all type of services that I implemented here. And then we have user address. Okay, we are here, service, we have components here. So you see all the service, the save, the CRUD operation, save object, update records, delete records, and edit or cancel the record and modify the features. This is the one of the geometry objects as I already defined here. This is the maps that you look at here, the maps, the functionalities. You need to be carefully look these features. So what I did here, I just track the mouse positions and show height for the different cases, but at the moment it's not used, or is not called into the view page. And then use the mouse position. I said 8 decimal points, projection system default, and mouse position. That's why I see the mouse positions not here. I refresh that. Is it the application still running? Not. Then we'll have a start. npm start. As I already discussed how can npm start works into the configuration. You will file the package.json files. Here the start, the 4 configurations. If you write down npm, even though ng start, you can also write down this one. So start is the port, and this is the Foxy reading. When my service is getting ready, I will set it here Foxy and call it here there. Then this works, because I said this is the professional way to do. So application started, then I think so now is started. So you see the mouse position that I implemented here. So you can get the mouse positions, and moreover here, even though outside of the object, inside the object, and then you can do what you would like to do. So while we are here, so mouse position is tracked, and then we load the OpenStreetMap, because you see that the base map from the OpenStreetMap, for this case, I already discussed about the possibilities from Leaflet map. You can load it, or Yahoo Maps, even though Google Maps, depending your project requirement, because depending your resource plan. I mean depending your requirements from the clients, but depend also the licensing. If you have really more objects into the maps, and then you need to be handled like Google have as a possibility the more to handles. There has a copy customer, but you have to get license from the Google if you have